Have you ever looked in the mirror and thought, I've got one shoulder that just is a little bit higher, maybe not this high, but you look uneven to yourself and you thought, what is that? What's up with that? What is going on? Well, there can be a few different reasons that happens. Classic example is scoliosis. But sometimes it happens where it's not so much of a structural change, but more muscular imbalances. And that could be either from like a dominant side overuse. I just always seem to use this side. I carry things in this side. I do so much. And I've developed more dominance in the muscles that elevate one shoulder. Now, another thing that can happen, and I see a lot in my world as a chiropractor, is somebody has some kind of a neck injury, especially if they've got like nerve tension, maybe a small little disc bulge that had happened, was irritating a nerve. Well, the way that the body tries to take pressure off that nerve is put slack in it by elevating that there. And so if you have an injury, a current injury, and you notice that, that could be something that's going on. But also, maybe you had a previous injury, it got better, but it still stayed up there. And that's your brain just kind of said, okay, I had that guarding protective response, and it stayed there. So today what I want to do is kind of talk about how you can work that out. But be aware, if you do have a current injury or you have pain, maybe get that checked out first before you jump into some of these exercises especially. So the first thing you can do is, of course, stretch that side. So let's say you're sitting down, you kind of want to block that arm, maybe put it behind your back or grab something underneath you so that when you pull your neck to the opposite side, that shoulder stays down and you can get that really good stretch in that area. Now, a couple of other things that you can do is work with your body coordination of not only that muscle, but all the surrounding muscles. So if you alternate shoulder shrugs, one side up, other side down, and alternate that back and forth, you're developing a better mind-body awareness of that region, and you're kind of resetting that area. You can also do more of the same idea, but arms overhead and reach one side higher and then the other side higher, back and forth, reaching, 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 reaching. So reach, 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 overhead, reach, 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 overhead, reach, 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 overhead. And then you would maybe do that 5, 10, 15 times on each side. So both of those are great ways to reset it. And then a couple of other ideas more with resistance training. So this would be kind of, okay, phase 2, let me go a step further. This would be using some form of a weight. You could use a dumbbell, you could use a kettlebell, and do single arm presses overhead. Now this is, of course, if you don't have any other shoulder injury or something else going on that would keep you from doing this. But when you reach a single arm overhead and do these single arm overhead presses, you're really telling your brain and your nervous system, let's focus on this one side. Now, of course, you're going to want to do both sides. You really want to emphasize a big reach. So these aren't like, how much weight can I do and just barely get it over my head? Big reaches with these because that's what gets your brain more involved. That's what kind of wakes up all of the little fine-tuning, intricate muscles. So big reaches one side, big reaches the other side when you do these. And then, of course, you can go the opposite way and do more of a single arm pull. So what I'm demonstrating here is you're going to have a knee down. So one knee down, you're going to have the other foot or the other knee up and on your foot. And then the knee that's down is the arm you're going to kind of row or pull some kind of a resistance down into your side. Same thing, big reaches, and then pull it all the way to your rib cage. Big reaches, pull it all the way to your rib cage. And of course, do that on both sides. And then now a final thing that you can do to try to correct those is see a manual therapist. So I'm a chiropractor, come see a chiropractor, maybe a physical therapist, but somebody who does more manual therapy. So myofascial release, some spinal manipulations, align those joints, but all of those are good things. And if you're wondering, well, which one is the best? They're all good and they work better when they're combined together. So if you want the ultimate effect, see a chiropractor, get some manual therapy done, and do some exercises like this here. So hopefully that helps you out, give you some ideas to try to correct those little imbalances that cause you to feel asymmetrical.